Welcome to Faith in 5, a weekly video devotional designed to discuss practical spiritual concepts in 5 minutes or less. I'm your host, Mark Vandellen. One of my friends from high school is building a new house, and throughout that process, she has been sharing things about what they've been doing with their furniture to upscale it, what they've been doing with little unique things in their home, with all ideas that she's gotten from Pinterest. And we joked back and forth that like every husband thinks Pinterest is the worst because there's all these crazy ideas that take a lot of time and effort. But one of the things that she's done is she's taken an old barn beam and made it her mantle in this brand new house. And in doing so, she's taken something that was probably in a pile of wood somewhere or out of commission at the very least, not holding up a barn, so something that didn't have purpose, and gave it new purpose. And if you stop and think about it, God does this in our lives over and over and over. God takes us when we're broken, takes us when we're dirty, when we don't feel like we have purpose, and restores us. He redeems us. It's like these ideas of Pinterest, just taking things that are maybe old, worn, ready to be thrown out, and restoring them and giving them purpose. But the other cool part about Pinterest is it's not just a social app that you can share ideas. It's one of those things that we're proud of those ideas, so we essentially post and post and post and tell the world about it, which is also kind of a God thing. Not only have I restored you, I want everyone to know that so that they could also be restored. We're in the final week of our series based on Bob Goff's book, Everybody Always. And as we wrap up this series, one thing that really resonated with me in that book, and it's kind of a concept that's overarching throughout the book, Bob says, God restores what he creates. God doesn't want to take a person, let's say it's a dresser, and that dresser is looking pretty shabby and scuffed up, and we're about to throw it away or give it away. Right now, if we give it away, if you put that at a Goodwill or something like that, people will buy it and turn it into something even better, more beautiful, either repurpose it, repaint it, restore it, whatever it is. God is in the business of taking those things that he's created and make them something better. See, throughout the whole book, Everybody Always, there's this cadence that Bob does between this applies to you, I want you to see value, I want you to understand what God has for you. And then there's an other's perspective. This is how God sees the world, how he sees all of his people, and how the you interacts with the others. And so it's kind of a regular both and throughout the entire book. And as we finish up this series, I want to also challenge us kind of in the same way. If it's true that God restores what he creates, and this shows up in the Bible a ton of times, but one key verse is 2 Corinthians 5:17. It says, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he or she is a new creation. The old is gone, the new has come. So if Jesus is a part of your life, if you're willing to consider that, if you're willing to move towards him, or if he is already a part of your life, realize there's no pile of wood where you don't belong, where you don't have purpose, and that you're just forgotten about. In your own life, if you're in one of those spots where you're feeling broken, life choices or what life circumstances, what is thrown at you, the things you've done, the things that people have done to you, make you feel like you have no purpose or you are broken, I want to say it doesn't matter. Those things matter. Obviously, I don't want to take those away, but it doesn't matter how dirty, gross, broken, or what you have done. God is in the business of restoring what he creates. So if you're in one of those spots, lean into God. Don't pull away. Don't feel ugly, gross, dirty. Don't hide at the bottom of a wood pile. Treat God as if it's Pinterest. Say, here I am. I need you to restore me. And then through that restoration, I want to share that with the world so that they may also understand that they can be redeemed. If you're in a spot where you are well aware that you've been redeemed, you've been restored, and you want to display this newly upscaled version of yourself, then also consider who needs to know that. Who needs to see that? Who needs to be able to see that once I was this broken, dirty piece of wood that was in a pile, and now I've been repurposed and given something special, made new again? How do you show others that? How do you help bring them along? And how do you, because in Bob's book and also in the Bible, there's that cadence of for you and then for others. And God regularly uses us. He uses others to be a part of this Pinterest upscale movement where we go find these people. We go find the people who are far from God, broken, feeling ugly, distant, whatever that may be. And we are a part of that upscale revolution where we bring people up. We give them new purpose. We help them see that they are not too ugly, too broken. They have beauty, and that story, those things that are in their lives, actually give them more value and more purpose to continue this cycle of what was broken can be made new. The old is gone, the new has come. This week, engage your faith in one of those two ways. Lean into God where you feel like you need to be restored and renewed, and then go help other people. Shout it from the rooftops. Post about it everywhere that God has done something great in you, and he can do that in others as well.